Hey everybody, welcome into the NJCAA Network studios here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Special guest with us today, it's Nash. He's a grad assistant at Georgia Southern, but former goalkeeper for Camden County. Plenty of junior college ties for yourself, but thanks for joining with us.
No, thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
First things first, from England, you start your college journey at Camden County, obviously a very long way away.
Yeah.
So what was that like, that recruiting process, and how did it work out?
Yeah, it was a pretty smooth process for me. So I started out at Basingstoke Academy when I was 16 in England, kind of like the college academy system, if you like. Was there for 2 years and heard of a few kind of people going out to the States, continuing soccer, mixing that with education. So I signed up with a recruiting agency about March time of 2018. I was actually in Mexico on vacation at the time, and Camden reached out to me. It was the first school that reached out. Got on a call with the then head coach at the time, Kevin Nash, and I spoke to him about the program, what the program had to offer. Didn't know much about the US soccer and education system at the time, but fell in love with Camden, and it was just where I wanted to go. I spoke to a few other schools, but I was kind of put down the pathway of junior college, and haven't looked back since. It was the best decision for me to go to a junior college, and absolutely loved it in terms of the soccer, I should call it, and the education side of things, the social side. It ticked every box for me. So, I absolutely loved it at Camden.
So 2 years for you there. You had plenty of time in net over those 2 years. But for junior college soccer, as it is for a lot of levels in soccer in the United States, it's very international. You have people coming from all over to join these teams in a junior college level where it's such a small community. So talk about those community ties that you had at Camden and how you guys meshed as a team coming from all different places.
Yeah, really, really well. There's a lot of players from the UK over in the US at the moment, but I was actually the only one at the time on the roster at Camden. So for me, it was a bit strange mixing with a lot of guys from really all over the world. There was a real big South American culture in the team. A lot of guys from Brazil, Argentina. Almost all over the place, which was really, really good. It allowed me to kind of open my mind up to all the different cultures that are kind of out there. I still speak to a lot of my teammates that I played with at Camden today. I'm really, really good friends with them. So mixing as a team was interesting at the start. There was a lot of guys that didn't know the language and barriers like that, but we formed really, really close kind of bonds with each other. Which obviously helped us on the pitch. We had a big roster, I think 30 to 40 guys in my first year, some good talent, that kind of came from all over the world to play there. So obviously every country plays kind of different styles. So me coming from England, mixing with the Brazilian guys, the different styles kind of they play was interesting to start, but it taught me so much, which obviously helped me to kind of continue my journey. When transferring over to the NAIA and eventually here at Georgia Southern. So it definitely kind of gave me the foundation I feel that I needed in the US. Putting me in uncomfortable situations at the start, but definitely helped to kind of build me and prepare me for what was after that.
Yeah, that's a good segue, because I was going to ask, now that you're in the coaching side of it, as coaching goalkeepers at Georgia Southern, what have you carried over from the junior college level that has helped made you a better coach?
Yeah, I think communication's a big thing for me. And as I say, kind of building those relationships myself. And at the moment, we've got 3 goalkeepers on the roster at Georgia Southern. And I'm really, really close with all 3 of them. We go out for goalkeeper dinners, if you like, with each other, playing golf with each other, stuff like that. And obviously they're all from different places as well, and you bring new guys in, sometimes it can kind of upset the flow of things. College soccer is very kind of like a revolving door, if you like. Teams are changing, losing your seniors every year, and a new batch of freshmen are coming in. So you only have a short time in that pre-season to kind of build up those relationships with people. I definitely think that helps with the kind of on the field stuff. And then in terms of just the kind of connection building and the relationships as well, as I say, all the guys that I'm still into contact with, that I played in junior college with, that I still talk to. We're always kind of bouncing ideas back and forward with each other. There's a few friends that I played with that are also grad assistants as well. So kind of that whole experience of knowing all those guys has definitely benefited me. But then in terms of kind of the more soccer aspect, if you like, learning from so many different coaches as opposed to just starting out a 4-year program and staying there the whole time, I've had the chance to kind of learn from a few different coaches and kind of take little bits from here and there of what I've learned from those guys and kind of implement that into kind of my coaching ethos, if you like, which has really benefited me.
Yeah. Well, last couple things I got for you. I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you have a favorite junior college memory?
Yeah, I think when we played in the national tournament in my second year, we played against I forgot their name. They're up in Massachusetts. Yeah, we played them and we scored late. We scored late in the game to send us through to the national semi-final, which was big. I think the goal was in the last 2 minutes by my good friend Izzy Kankaya. And then, other than that, we won the region both years I was there, which is obviously really good because, as I say, you form these really close relationships with these guys that you're living with. You get really close to each other in that sense, and then when you go out on the field with them and you're successful, which we were in my 2 years at Camden, it just brings you together even closer. So, all those things, and then kind of off the pitch, going to New York with the guys. We're about an hour and 15 minutes away from New York City, so going to New York with the guys that I lived with was great. Yeah, there's so many memories. I was talking to a friend actually yesterday, and I'm just kind of reminiscing all the memories that we had over the 2 years there. My brother came out and surprised me from England. Showed up. I was watching a high school soccer game, and he showed up in the stands with his suitcase. So there's that kind of side of it as well. But yeah, so many good memories.
Last thing I got for you, there are 70,000 student athletes active in the NJCAA right now. What would you tell them about navigating their experience in junior college and what it can hold for them, what opportunities it's creating?
Yeah, just savor every moment off the field, on the field, and it's a route that I really advocate of. It definitely coming over as an international student gives you kind of that chance to get your foot in the door in the US college system, if you like. There's a whole, I guess, stigma around US soccer that maybe it's not as good as international, overseas, Europe, or whatever. But this, I learned it was definitely false, and the game can kind of smack you in the mouth quickly if you underestimate it. So going to a junior college first to kind of see what opportunities are out there, kind of ease yourself in on the academic side of things. Is a great choice, and if you do all the right things on the field, off the field, then you'll definitely have good opportunities when it comes to transferring after your 2 years of junior college. So keep at it, build connections, which is very important when it comes to transferring, and yeah, keep going.
Well, awesome, Harry. Thanks for dropping by. Best of luck to Georgia Southern this year. We'll be following from a distance here in Charlotte, but yeah, thanks again for coming by the studio, and congratulations on the success you've had post-junior college.
Mate. Appreciate it.
All right, that's it, everybody. We'll be back again for interviews later on and more content as we move into the season, but thanks for tuning in here on the NJCAA Network.